Hey, everybody. Coon Prairie Ramblers here. Monday morning, early, bright, and we're ready to go. We're circled up. We're going to confabulate, mind, meander. We got KC and the Moonshine Gang in the building here.
Yes, sir.
And we got Luke, the rebel without a clue.
I think Mailman's mind did meander because this ain't Monday, it's Tuesday, but go ahead on anyway.
Oh.
Mine's going too because I didn't notice it.
That's right. It's Tuesday.
And we have the Mailman.
Yeah, the amiable, affable type. And we got the last behind the glass.
Miss Yeti.
Yeah. So, the week that was. Who's going to lead off on this?
Was there a week?
Yeah.
We had a week.
Was it a week or a strong week?
We had a Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, we did. We remembered the fall.
You know what kind of got to me, and then I saw somebody else post something about it on Facebook. I was sitting there and thinking what, something to say or what,
Right.
In Happy Memorial Day just don't work.
I don't know. Absolutely does
How do you
not
say
work.
Happy Memorial Day on a day that we are using to not celebrate, but to honor and to remember those who died giving their life for this country?
That's right.
So, I was thinking, what would you say?
I was thinking the same thing.
Have a pensive?
Memorable Memorial Day?
Memorable. There you go.
That's almost like, that's kind of redundant almost.
Yeah, like, the memorable, you tripped over a tombstone or something.
And I'm not saying that people don't have a right to do whatever they want to do to celebrate the day, don't I? But I just, I've thought several times during the day about the fact that there are, and have been and will continue to be people that die.
Yeah.
I mean, they give up their lives.
A lot of people think of Memorial Day as the day when they have cookouts and everything, and that's okay.
Yeah,
but we've never done. We've never done that. What I have done since I've lived in Arcadia, every year I've gone to the British Memorial at 10 o'clock, and I've gone to the regular memorial at 11 o'clock downtown on the courthouse, and then I've gone home, and we just had family time.
Didn't roast a weenie or nothing?
Well, I mean, whatever my wife was fixing, whatever. But then this Memorial Day, my wife and daughter, they went on a 10K run, but it was in honor of a particular veteran, and they highlighted a veteran, and they had him there. He was still alive, and they told his story and everything.
I should have done that on Veterans Day.
I'll tell you what, they have a good relationship with the armed forces in NASCAR. They always are very honoring of our armed forces, and they always have special things on Armed Forces Day, Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and on Memorial Day they had the names of certain people that lost their lives on the windshield, like
That's pretty cool, right there.
Yeah, and then they had cars. Some of the cars painted in a special theme, and it had a lot of members.
Wow.
They always had a lot of members of the armed forces at the start of the race. So.
Yeah,
but they honor.
Yeah. All right, NASCAR.
Yeah, have a pensive.
They're a patriotic group.
A pensive Memorial Day is probably good. That's probably about good as you're going to get.
I spent the whole weekend because I kept wanting to say Happy Memorial Day, but I always kept pulled. I didn't. Oh, I can't say that.
Well, we didn't do anything special for Memorial Day other than talked about it and thought about it, and I got to think of myself. Maybe we should. Maybe we should do something. I don't mean we the county, but we the
as
me
individual
and Kathy.
families.
Just have some sort of thing where we stop and maybe read some things.
I spent the time just reading stuff on Facebook. Other people posted. Stories and.
It'd be cool.
Stuff.
You could start out small, and I'm sure it would grow. But to go somewhere like the park and have whoever wanted to come, bring your families and bring a covered dish thing, and then have a time where people stand up and might mention someone in their family, not veterans because that's for Veterans Day, but someone in their family. It could have been years and years ago, great uncle or grandpa or whatever that somebody they knew or was kin to. Get up and share a little bit about them. That might be a good thing to do.
I've never had anyone that is directly related close to me that died in the service to our country. Nobody that I know of.
I had a great uncle that was killed in the
I had my
War.
uncle Junior, my mother's brother. I meant to bring it in. It's in a big tube. He's buried in a cemetery in
As
Italy,
many people
in Italy.
Yep.
And she sent off, when I was a kid, she sent off, or they sent it to her. It was a big, long picture. It came in a big tube, and it's a big, and they have his grave marked or circled.
Oh, wow.
And it
That'd
was
be
pretty
cool
neat.
to get.
Yeah, and I've kept it after she died. I got a hold of that and kept it. And
I have a great uncle that's buried over in northern Africa. He died in the campaign over there.
yeah,
And I found pictures of the cemetery online, but I can't find individual pictures.
is it in northern Africa?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where he's buried.
And I got to thinking that my father had told me that after the war, that his assignment was the return of the war dead.
Oh, my goodness.
And he said that was probably one of the hardest things
Yeah.
that he's ever had to do. And it wasn't like he took one person.
He took a bunch of
Hundreds
them.
or, a lot of people, different places. And he said it was just very difficult. And then you got to think about this is a man talking that made the landing at Iwo Jima, Guadalcanal,
Yes.
Tarawa, a lot of different things. And he saw a lot of things happen. And
That could very well been him in one of those caskets.
Way to go, Casey.
And it was the hardest thing he said was the return of the war dead. And I got thinking about that.
Well, what doing? Actually, bringing the dead bodies back? Is that
to
what
the
it is?
families, right?
Oh.
Present them
Individually, too.
And I got to think about that.
Wow.
Thinking, wow, this is the war's over,
Yeah.
and you're bringing the war dead back. And I got thinking, when did this begin? So I looked it up
Yeah.
online when I was doing all my thinking and talking to myself about it. But anyhow, that's a rather new phenomenon. It's not something that's always been. Most of the time, people were buried where they fell, not in a graveyard, not in a cemetery, but back during
On the battlefield.
previous war, they were buried on battlegrounds. And,
No markers, no nothing.
yeah, they were just buried, and they were.
You had
were there.
to. You couldn't
And they said
embalm
that-
them or refrigerate them or anything.
There was a lot of people killed in the Seminole Indian Wars,
Oh, yes.
and a lot of those people were from out of state, and they left them here in Florida, and only the people that would get their loved ones back were rich people, because you had to pay out of your own pocket to have your loved one placed in a lead-lined casket and returned to wherever you wanted them to come.
How heartbreaking was that for the poor people?
And in World War I, who was president then? Wilson? No.
Wilson.
Wilson. He
Good old
wanted
Uncle
to
Woody.
have our war dead returned to the United States. Well, there was hundreds of thousands buried in France.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he, and France did not want the Americans, they didn't understand why we would want to go dig up these people that were buried and ship them back home. And so it cost a lot of money, and we had to pay for that. And I forgot what the figure was on it, but it was just tons of money.
It would have
And
to
then
be.
after that, it became a
Tradition.
tradition to bring the war dead home.
Yeah. That's what we
So,
do.
but we got to go raise some money ourselves.
Yep, it's commercial time. Y'all make a sandwich or run to the John or whatever and pitter patter on back in a minute because we'll be right back.
We'll be here.